These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint Story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hey weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Morbid.
Very morbid.
Super morbid.
Yeah, this was a morbid one.
Yeah, this is going to be morbid.
And this one's kind of fun because I don't see it covered a whole lot.
I've never listened to this case get covered, I don't think.
Yeah, I've just heard, I know last podcast on the left did a great coverage of it, so after you listen to us, you should go check them out.
Last podcast on the left.
Not on the right. And
not in the middle.
Other than that, maybe a couple have like breezed over it, but this is one of those cases, and I'll tell you what it is in a second, that it's actually like shocking that this guy is not up there with like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy, like notoriety wise.
He killed a lot of people.
And he was just like, the whole thing is crazy. Mm-hmm. So tonight we're going to be covering Robert Hansen, aka
Bob the Butcher.
The Butcher Baker, Bad Bob, and
Sideshow Bob. Just kidding.
Someone definitely called him that. But we're going to be doing it in 2 parts because there's just a lot of information for this one, and we don't want to skip over anything. So we'll give you part 1 tonight. But yeah, this one is he's pretty brutal, and it's just he's unique, as you'll find out.
Yeah, I feel like
there's a lot of unique things about this, and it takes place in around Anchorage, Alaska. So that's kind of why I think it hasn't become,
because it's like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because it's like not in the lower 48. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like they just get lost in the shuffle when it comes to true crime, I think. So we're gonna be covering that today.
But first,
I just wanted to say how freaking excited I am for Guillermo del Toro's Real Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
The name
coming out in
Guillermo
August.
is my favorite.
That is a great name.
Guillermo.
But it's coming out, I think, August 9th, maybe? But either way, it's coming out in August of this year. And for anybody, which I'm sure a lot of people listening to this grew up with those books. They're sitting right in front of me in my bookshelf right now. And I posted on the Instagram earlier some of my favorite illustrations by Stephen Gammell, the guy who illustrated those books. And I just wanted to know everybody else's favorite ones. And it's been fun to see everybody else's, like, the ones that, like, ruined them as a child. Because I was looking through those books last night and, like, showing John, because I don't think he was as into those books. And I was telling him how excited I am for the movie. As I would get to, like, a certain story and a certain illustration, I was like, oh my God, I remember this, like, ruining me as a kid. Like, this one picture.
I remember we used to bring them to, like, my after-school program, and I would be so fucking scared. And then people would make up their own ghost stories about, like, our town.
Oh, yeah.
And be like, this sounds like what happened in our town. And then I'd be like, what
that.
happened in our town?
What happened?
And then I was like, I'm scared, but tell me.
I'm not going to sleep for weeks, but tell me.
And then I legitimately did not sleep for weeks.
I wonder if kids do that anymore.
No, they probably just, like, read it on their
Now
stupid
it's just
iPhones.
creepypastas. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, like, that was, like, the OG version of creepypastas.
Kids are actually just on Reddit right now, which is really messed up.
But I think there's something to be said about, like, those old books. I was, like, young. I was, like, 8.
Yeah, I was
Maybe.
in probably 3rd grade.
And I remember getting them, and I just remember that was my first introduction to, like, creepy things. Those illustrations, the way he has the ink, like, dripping, everything looks like
It's, like,
festering
pencil-y, too.
and just, like, really wet. And just, like, everything looks like you're, like, oh, like, it's just...
Even just the cover, like, the skull on the cover.
Yeah, and there's just a couple of pictures that just stuck in my brain.
Yeah.
And they still give me, like, ugh.
I used to, like, hate when someone would bring the book out because I'd be like, fuck.
You're like,
But
"This
then
is
I'd
gonna
also be
ruin
like,
me."
I can't wait. Fuck me
love
up,
it.
fam.
Well, and I had mentioned in one of the things, because this did bother me, I read an article, and it was this woman, because as I'm sure a lot of people know, these books were banned, or on the banned list forever.
Oh, I'm sure.
And so recently, in the last few years, they replaced the illustrations with somebody else's illustrations that are way tamer.
Oh,
Not
of
the
course.
same feel at all.
But that's stupid.
Fine illustrations, like the illustrator's a good illustrator, but not a horror illustrator.
Right.
And it takes away everything from them. So people were, like, outraged, and they went back to them.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed.
But this woman was writing an article saying that she doesn't think they should have gone back to the old ones because the old ones are horrifying, and she doesn't understand why kids were allowed to look at them. And I was like, girl, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I
she's
grew on
wrong.
them. But one of her main things was she pointed out, and she used the story Oh, Susanna, which is a scary story. And she
Weird.
said...
Why did it get in that book?
I know.
It's so scary.
It was a scary story. I don't know how it fit in there, but...
That's so strange that they put a scary story
it ended
in
up
that
in
book.
there, weirdly enough, and
Yeah.
somehow I remember it. I don't know.
Oh, weird
But
coincidence.
maybe because it was an outlier. I don't know. But the visual that goes along with that story is, like, really abstract, wicked creepy.
Yeah.
It's like this person in a creepy old wheelchair being led through the sky by this, like, weird eyeball that's, like, got all this flesh attached to it. And on top of them is, like, this weird skull. It's, like, all abstract and really weird.
Interesting.
And she was like, this artwork doesn't even have anything to do with the story. It's stupid that, like, you know, at least the new artwork, like, has the story in mind. And I was like, no, you just don't know how to interpret it.
Right.
Like, just because it's not, like, literal to the story doesn't mean it doesn't have anything to do with the story.
Yeah, like, it's art.
Like, it's amazing art. It's like, no matter what, it made you, like, it was jarring. That
Spooked
one
out.
picture was like, I don't know what's going on here, but I feel...
But I want no part of it.
But I feel unwell. I feel unsettled. I need an adult. I don't know what's
Feel
going on.
unwell.
So yeah, I got all nostalgia fest today about it. So I had to chit chat about it with
glad you
people who
did.
would understand this.
You get us, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Because I ranted about it to my husband last night, and he was like, totally. And he was
He's
just
like,
trying to be really
yeah.
into it for me, because he's wonderful that way. But I was like, yeah.
Whenever we talk to him about true crime, he's just like, yeah.
And he likes true crime, but he likes it to, like, a
certain
point.
extent.
Like, he only wants the surface level of it.
Like,
He doesn't
when
want details.
When we were talking about Marilyn Monroe's autopsy photo,
yeah.
and he was like, I think it's her. And we were like, no, it's
We're like,
not.
that's not her.
And he was like, why are you guys so mad?
Why are you upset about this?
Like, you don't get it.
But yeah, that was my little tangent for the night.
Oh, I have a little tangent, too. Do you know what I did last weekend?
What did you do last weekend?
I met Em and Christine from the That's Why We Drink, and I didn't shit my pants figuratively. No, wait. Literally, but I did figuratively. I went to their live show at the Wilbur, and it was so good.
I'm so jealous.
And I fangirled, like, really, really, really hard.
And I love it, though.
Annie's the best girlfriend in the whole wide world. And she got me tickets to meet them afterwards.
Which I love.
And Em gives, like, the best hugs. Like, she gave such a good hug.
And I said, like, she just gives off that vibe that she just gives good hugs.
She does.
She's one of those people.
And Christine was, like, so nice. And then they
I
were
love
talking.
that they're really nice in real life.
They're so nice. They were talking about, like, Annie's haircut or something like that. I forget. And I was like, wait, but really quickly. And then they didn't hear me because I was probably barely speaking. Because I was probably just like, and then we, like, took a picture and it was almost over. And I was like, oh my God, Alaina's going to murder me if I don't say this. And so I said to Christine, and she, like, literally, because I was, like, clearly, like, so, like, distraught.
Overcome.
And I think she, like, held my hands. I think that's what Annie said. And I was like, I don't want to be that person, but I have a podcast too with my sister, and it's like, it's pretty good, and people say that we should collab, and I would really love to do that. And she was like, oh my God, yeah, like, send us an email. Like, she was so nice, and I was literally like,
You're like, I'm dead. I'm deceased.
I did everything but, like, throw up on her. It was fine.
Which is good. That's the line you want to not, just walk up to.
Yeah.
And not cross.
Yeah, you just don't
right
throw
up to
up
the
on
vomit
people.
line and then just don't cross it.
I was so scared.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you just, like, put the little earworm in there.
I did.
And I feel like they're, like, one of the podcasts that I feel like we would just vibe well with. Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel it in my bones.
Me too. And I was just, like, so proud of them being up there.
I know, because you look at it and
Wilbur.
you're like, you, like, see where they came from, and you're like, man.
One of our followers, like, answered my story because, like, I posted that I was there. Mm-hmm. And they were like, have so much fun. That's so cool. Or, like, whatever. And then they were like, that could be you guys someday.
Oh.
And then I was like, what?
Oh, my God, I love that.
And I was trying to think of, like, me sitting on the stage at the Wilbur. And then I got even more nauseous. And I just ordered another sangria. And I was like, and scene.
I fully am putting into the universe that is happening.
I want it to happen, but also...
Oh, I'm terrified at the thought, but I want it to happen.
I'm just going to drool on stage the whole time if that ever happens.
I'm just going to let my awkward flag fly and just go with it.
I'm going to need to be heavily medicated.
Oh, so yeah, we're gonna put that into the universe, hopefully.
Yeah. Someday we'll do a live show.
Yeah, exactly.
And sell it out. They sold out the Wilbur. How
We're
crazy
sell
is
out
that?
the Wilbur someday.
Someday.
When
I'm awfully low.
And in the meantime... we're in the process of kind of getting together our merch to throw up on the website.
Merch.
We're just getting the last couple of numbers together so we know what to tell you guys, so we're not just throwing up things and being like, yeah, just order this.
Right.
So we are getting that done really quick, so stay tuned for that.
We're going to have a meeting soon.
We are going to have a meeting soon
How
about
fucking
it.
legit does that sound?
Legit.
I've never gone to a meeting. That's
And
not true, I have.
I was going to say, I feel like you have.
I have.
And we're also going to be recording a Patreon bonus episode this week, which will be out next week. So Patreon donors, Patronuses, keep a lookout for that next week. We'll let you know when it's going to hit. We're going to be shouting out our Patreon donors, our Patronuses, in our mini-sode this week.
Is your dog okay?
If you hear some panting in the background, that is my dog.
It's not Ash.
She has some booty troubles, so she's just scooting around the floor right now. So
do with that what you will.
Everything's gonna be fine. So we'll be shouting out our Patronuses in the mini-sode this week, which will be out at the end of this week, and will be an Ash-centric episode. Ash. And I think on to the show. Right?
Here we go. So, in 1939, in Iowa, a beautiful little baby was born. And his name was Robert. And he was born to parents Christian and Edna Hansen.
Oh, that's why his middle name was Christian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his dad was a Danish immigrant, and they owned a bakery, the family. So, his dad was apparently super strict and made Robert work, like, super long hours at the bakery. So, Rob was apparently, like, a super skinny kid. He had severe acne and a really bad stutter.
That's tough.
And so, because of that, he was pretty much a loner in high school and didn't date very much, if at all.
Bummer.
One time he explained in an interview, quote, this quote is sad, but also
I think I know which one you're talking about, because I was actually like, oh.
Well, it's sad, but it made me laugh, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So he says, going back in my life, I was, I guess what you might call, very frustrated. I would see my friends and so forth going out on dates and so forth, and had a tremendous desire to do the same. From the scars and so forth on my face, you can probably see I could see why girls wouldn't want to get close to me. And so forth, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth.
And so on, and so forth.
He said so forth so many times, and I was dying.
I was dying.
But also I felt really bad. Sorry, Rob.
I know.
But, like, not sorry.
Sorry, but not sorry at all.
So he goes on to explain that he couldn't get his stutter under control, and because of all that, he just, like, really hated school.
That's sad. I always feel bad when they start out with, like, something like that, because you're like...
Yeah, you kind of didn't have a quick chance.
Yeah, I'm like, kids are so mean.
Yeah, and he was, like, tormented at school, he said.
That's rough.
Also, weird fact, he was forced to be right-handed. He, like, was supposed to be left-handed, but...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
that
if
was, like, a normal thing that they used to do back then. They'd force the kid to be right-handed.
Well, and I don't know whether or not he went to, like, Catholic or private school or whatever, but I know that a lot of times in Catholic school, they make you write with your right hand because the left hand is, like, the devil's hand.
Yeah. Yeah, back then, that was, like, a very widespread...
Oh, yeah.
It was like, we don't want you to be different.
But he said that the stress of that, like, because imagine how hard that is to, like, you're not supposed to be right-handed. And he said it stressed him out so much that it made his stutter worse.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, he was, like, really upset about that, and high school really sucked for him.
Yeah.
So 2 years after graduating...
I feel bad, but I don't at all.
I don't feel bad at all.
It's like I feel bad for a minute, then I'm like, oh, wait.
But wait,
yeah.
He did some shitty fucked up shit. Shitty fucked up shit.
Shitty fucked up shit.
Shitty fucked up shit.
Shitty fucked up shit.
Shitty. So, in 1960, which was 2 years after he graduated high school, he convinced a 16-year-old bakery employee to burn down the school bus garage with him.
I mean, haven't we all?
You know, kids will be kids. So, it's fine.
So, everyone chill out, okay?
Calm your titules. So, in his mind, this was really to get back at the town that outcasted him. Like, he was like, you made fun of me in high school, and school was hard, and I had to write with my right hand, and I had acne, and so I think it's only fair that I burn down your school bus garage.
I'm gonna burn down your school bus's house.
That's funny, but also not good. Don't do that.
But also funny, but tragic.
So, yeah, he did that. And,
he did the damn thing.
But the 16-year-old eventually succumbed to a guilty conscience, and he turned himself and Robert in for the crime.
Wow, Robert was probably like, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Well, like, that's what you fucking get for convincing a 16-year-old to do anything with you.
You should have done it by yourself if that's what you really wanted to do. You don't involve other people in your shit.
Why did he need help? And, like, he was, I think he was 21. Why do you need a 16-year-old?
Yeah, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, you stupid.
Idiot.
Moron. Dumbass. So, he was sentenced to only 3 years, which, like, doesn't seem fitting.
I know.
He successfully burned it down.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a lot.
But he was paroled, actually, after only 20 months.
Oh, shit. He got, as we'll see later, this dude got out of a lot of shit.
Don't they always?
This guy had the cops, like, doing backbends to get him out of this shit.
That's what they fucking do. Ugh. They're master manipulators.
They really are.
So, during his stay, his therapist diagnosed him with an infantile personality marked by childlike hysteria, volatile emotions, and a clingy fixation on others.
That seems like a rough diagnosis.
Totally. Like, basically, he wrote, you suck and you fucked.
You a little baby man, and
it's not going to work out for you.
No one's ever going to be able to tolerate you.
So, good luck. Bye. Also, while he was in jail, his wife divorced him because apparently he was married.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot about his first marriage or his first wife that I found.
No, the only thing I found was that her parents really didn't want her to marry him.
Well, they must have been pretty young.
Yeah.
Because it was only 2 years after
and
high
she
school.
started divorcing him like the second he got arrested. Like she was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no. Like,
So
bye.
he was sentenced to 3 years. 6 months in, she divorced him. But
Good
then
for her,
he
man.
was paroled after 20 months, like I said. So after he was paroled, he was married again in 1967. Or I'm not sure if he was married in 1967.
No, 63.
63. And then in 1967, the couple moved to Alaska for a fresh start. And they lived happily ever after. And Rob was like totally reformed.
Yeah, everything was totally fine after that.
And like now the podcast is over. So
Yeah,
thanks
part
for
2
listening.
is just going to be about their life painting, the wilderness landscapes of Alaska.
Yeah, they also
Alaska.
went kayaking a lot.
Yeah, so that's fine. It's not at all what it's going to be.
Take it away, Alaina.
So, like Ash said, they got married in 63. They moved to Alaska in 67. And over the next few years, he was jailed several more times for petty theft.
Good.
All, like, really small jorts.
He stole jorts? You know, I would not put that past him.
He stole really small jorts. That's all. Just really small jorts over and over. No. It was every time it was a pretty small jail sentence. Like it was just like in and out. But like a lot of these guys, he was a kleptomaniac and he started with stealing because he was getting the thrill. He was kind of throwing up the middle finger at authority, and this is what these guys like to do. So a lot of them started out as little petty theft fuckers.
Yes. That's what they are called
Petty
when they get
theft fuckers.
sentenced.
Yeah. You are being sentenced for being a petty theft fucker.
Wow, I'm surprised you were
Yeah.
able to say that many times.
I know.
I'm not even going to try.
It took like concentration, so I'm glad it happened. So, that was in and out of jail, but nothing too crazy. Now, growing up in Iowa for a while, he had learned one thing that, like, he was actually good at. Because he wasn't good at a lot of things.
Was it weird?
No, he was good at hunting and trapping. Because Iowa, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So this skill that he had honed in Iowa actually served him even better in Alaska, because Alaska's just fucking wilderness.
Well, that's like what you got to do
Yeah.
to live out there.
Like, you have to. So, I mean, he was really good at stalking game, and apparently he had dead-eye aim with both a rifle and a bow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder which hand he used.
Yeah, I know. That's a good point. I wonder if he reverted back to a left hand,
Or if he
tried
became
to-
ambidextrous.
Wow.
Because don't fuck with someone that's ambidextrous.
Do not fucks with ambidextrous people. Don't do it.
Ambidexteri.
Just don't do it. I don't know. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So apparently his Anchorage house was literally filled with animal trophy mounts, because he was one of those. He like loved to show off his trophies.
I mean, if you like that, that's your thing.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to judge you. I personally don't love hunting, but
It's not for me.
I'm not going to tell people they can't do it.
Sorry.
So one of his trophy animal mounts actually included a record-breaking doll sheep, which
Excuse
are
me,
those
what?
sheep with like those really big curly horns.
Oh, is that the picture of him
The
posing?
picture of him.
I saw that.
The picture of him, which, okay, truth bomb.
Not
time.
bad looking. Not
He's
bad
not
looking.
bad looking in that picture.
I'm glad we were feeling it together.
Because when I saw that picture, I was like, hate that you're holding giant animal horns,
Yeah, don't like that.
but like, it's okay.
It was very Georgia O'Keeffe.
It was.
I love her as an artist.
It just if he had just like got his shit together, like, he wouldn't have been
He looked like a modern
wasn't-
day hipster.
like, he wasn't. Yeah, he really did. Like, he wasn't a hideous beast on the outside.
No, he really wasn't.
I mean, he had like scars from acne and stuff, but like a lot of people, shit happens.
Yeah.
Like,
I know plenty of people with scars with acne that are super hot.
I'm glad we're both on the same page with that.
Also, I think he got his glasses at Warby Parker. Just
He
like to
for
put it out
sure
there.
did. Before Warby Parker even existed, he
Yeah,
got them there.
I
Like,
knew it.
Yeah, because those were good glasses.
They really
I'm
were.
not trying to give this dude any kind
And
of
he was
props,
wearing like
but-
a flannel.
Yeah.
All right, but he sucked.
He did. He sucked a lot. Yeah, I mean, he had grizzly bears. He had all the things that you, like, trophy hunters
How do you bring a grizzly bear home?
brag about killing. So, and in 1969, 1970, and 71, he had 4 animals entered into the Pope and Young record book.
What's that?
It's apparently like a trophy hunting record book. So it's like if you get entered in, it's like the Guinness Records book for hunting. So he had 4 animals that are apparently record breaking. And his name was entered into this book.
You know, he could have just really not killed people and like just turned his life around.
But the problem is this hunting, actual game was not enough. He did end up earning a decent living by opening up his own small bakery, because, he grew up in a bakery. His dad was a baker.
This doesn't turn into a Sweeney Todd situation,
It does not, which would have been kind of delightful, but... he ended up opening this bakery, and he became known around town as, a really good baker and a decent dude.
The baker.
Bob the baker. And a lot of people went to this bakery. A lot of cops went to this bakery. He was known as respectable around town. Because he did portray an air of respectability. He wasn't walking around like a big weirdo creep being like,
gorilla bears.
Like he was just baking stuff and living his life.
He was married. Gorilla bears.
Maybe that's an endangered species in Alaska.
It's a morph species.
Gorilla bears. People would be like, "You are a big weirdo creep." That's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
But again, he was married. He had 2 kids at this point. He was BTKing it up. So people had no idea. So again, even though he was being a super respectable guy on the outside,
he was
had
really
the whole fam,
a super freak.
Was a business owner. He did have, besides the stutter and all that, he had some quirks and some, one might say, darker interests as well.
In killing people?
Not quite yet, but still a little on the seedier side. So he didn't have to look too hard to find the women that would eventually become his victims, because apparently in the 70s, tons of young women were drawn to Anchorage, Alaska from like the lower 48 because there was a Trans-Alaska pipeline being built. So all these workmen were up there, lots of money up there, lots of dudes with, huge wallets ready to pay for this stuff. And apparently like a road next to this Trans-Alaska pipeline that was being built was the Dalton Highway. And at this time, Anchorage had an extremely, dark district in it called the Tenderloin District.
Tenderloin?
Yeah. And apparently it was run by a crime boss. I think his name was Frank Colacurcio? I don't know. Frank. He did it. Frank ran the place. And it was centered on a place called 4th Avenue. 4th Avenue was where all the dark shit went down. Okay. Like, if you were like, I'm gonna go to 4th Avenue, everyone knew where you were going.
Don't.
Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
I like that was a combo of Australian and British.
Listen!
This is where all the quote-unquote dancing clubs were with names like, these names are amazing. Wild Cherry.
Oh.
Arctic Fox. My favorite, Booby Trap.
Shut up.
And another one, the Great Alaskan Bush Company.
Wow.
That last one.
They weren't even trying to hide it.
That last one is still open. It's just in a different location. But it's still there.
Arctic Fox is a type of hair dye.
Oh, really?
I believe.
It's also an actual animal. So there's that.
Whoa. I wonder if Bobby Boy hunted an Arctic fox.
Bobby Boy. These were all places where, you know, unfortunately, his type of victim were at the ready.
They were chilling.
Unfortunately. There was a big oil boom in Anchorage during this time, so the population started rising. People had disposable income. It was like a really good financial time for them. And so there was a lot of women that were making a lot of money. And they said it was like wicked seedy. Like there was clubs, those kind of dancing clubs. There was peep shows. There was magazine stands that had child pornography in them.
Oh, God.
Like this place was a scary place. And this also became a part of Anchorage that was like ripe with violence. People just getting beaten and armed robberies, firebombs, murders. Like police were pretty busy in this area.
Sounds like great.
Yeah. Like between 1979 and 1983, police responded 207 times to disturbances at the booby trap alone.
Whoa.
Yeah.
207 times.
207 times.
Major, yikes.
Just at one club.
The booby trap.
So needless to say, Robert was kind of a regular at the strip clubs on 4th Avenue.
Which one do you think he liked best?
I think he liked the Alaskan Bush Company.
Do you know that, or why
I don't.
Do you feel that?
I just feel it in my bones.
He strikes me more as a booby trap guy.
I don't know. Now, since he became a regular at these places, obviously the dancers and escorts and sex workers began to know who he was. They could spot him. They knew who he was.
Hey, it's Bobby Boy.
And they all said he had kind of a quirk. They said that they always had to make the first move, no matter what, because it was part of his weird, elaborate fantasy to, like, demean women. Like, you have to ask me for it.
No thanks.
Yeah. And in fact, he said, quote, "She had to come out and say we could do it, but it's going to cost you some money. Then she was no longer, I guess, what you might call a decent girl." So the way that he would get these women and the way that he usually ended up later, which we'll discuss, killing these women, was once they transformed from in his eyes, a regular girl into a sex worker, which he deemed a whore, that's when they had to go. Because he was like, "You're no longer human to me."
But, like, it's not up to you to play God.
No, it's not, you fucker. Here's the thing. Robert Hansen was one of the original incels. He just was.
Breaking news, everybody.
Like, because he was frustrated. He wasn't getting it. I mean, he had a wife, but obviously he's very frustrated. For most of his life, he was not getting a whole lot of ladies. Right. And he wasn't saying... And it seems like he almost takes a little response. Like, I understand why women didn't want to come near me when I was in high school. But now he's, like, twisting it on its ear and basically being like, these women are the problem, not me. So
yeah,
I'm gonna take them out. So it's like a total incel way of looking at it, that it's like they should accept all my grossness and still want to sleep with me, but they don't. So now I need to punish them. And it's like, gross.
Grow up.
So girls, however, that talked to police later, some of the girls, a lot of them said right at the beginning of talking to him, they said they always felt pretty safe with him just because of his physical appearance. Because they said...
He just looked like a normal dude.
They said, quote, "He sort of looked like the perfect dork." And they all described him several times. He was described by women like, he's a literal, like, dork. Like, they were like, he is the ideal of a dork.
Aww.
And it's like... He kind of was he had the glasses, the stutter, you know what I mean? Like
I wonder if he ever got rid of the stutter.
I don't know. I think he still had it later. I think it chilled a little bit, but I think it was still there.
Had it.
Yeah. So I think the dorkiness in his appearance as like kind of a dork just made them feel a little safe, which worked out really well for him. Obviously.
Never be thrown off by the dorks. They're going to overtake us all.
Do not be thrown off by the dorks.
Look at Steve Jobs.
Exactly.
He didn't kill anybody, but
no. But, you know.
That we know of. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's besmirch his legacy.
I'm totally kidding.
So, in the mid-70s, at least 2 sex workers told cops that Hansen was a nut job and had, like, showed them his rape fantasies, like, made it pretty clear to them.
Hate that.
And they were like, "We feel, like, endangered by him. I'm afraid he's going to do something because this is not normal behavior that we're used to." Well, the complaints fell on total deaf ears, and police were like, "You're sex workers. I'm not concerned."
Which is so fucking
Which
messed
seems
up.
to be a pattern throughout this, that every time, like, because most of his victims were sex workers of some kind. Mm-hmm. Whenever they would come forward, somehow it would become his word against theirs, even if there was evidence involved, and they always took his side.
Because that's just like the
why
way it
listen
was.
to the woman? So it's like, it's so frustrating.
That really is so messed up.
So in December 1971 was when Hansen really began his descent into madness, I would say.
No.
In December 1971, he followed a female customer from the bakery that he owned back to her fucking house. When he got there, he, like, crept up on her and asked her for a date.
I'd be like, what?
And she was like, dude, no. Like,
Yeah,
she's like,
don't
are
creep
you
up on me.
real right now? Like, you just followed me from your fucking bakery. I'm a customer, and you just followed me home.
That's so scary.
Like, that's not romantic. That's not a grand gesture. That's stalking. Like you
ask
need to go
me while
away.
you hand me my baguette.
Exactly.
That's romantic.
She was like, you just followed me to my house, you big creepy weirdo.
Yeah, just hand me the carbs and then ask me.
Yeah, and then get the fuck out, man. So in the moment, he seemed to take it fine and in stride. But a week later, he returned to her home with a gun and attempted to kidnap her.
What the hell?
Luckily, he was arrested in the process of this.
Jesus.
Basically,
And didn't get in prison for attempted murder?
Well, basically, this incel couldn't handle the fact that a woman didn't want him. Like, that she was like, no, I don't want to.
Well,
date
she
you.
was probably just like, why did you follow me home, you psycho?
He ended up getting out on bail and tried to do the same exact thing.
Was he still married?
Yep.
Well, like, what did his wife think he was in jail for?
I have no idea. So this one is not confirmed by him. Like, he hasn't admitted to this one, but they're fairly certain that this is him who did this. On Christmas Day, so only a few days after the attempted kidnapping of the female customer.
Uh-huh.
Because he got out on bail, like, right away.
Of course.
The body of Celia Van Zanten in McHugh Creek State Park was found.
Oh, no.
Her hands were tied behind her back with speaker wire, and she had been slashed across her chest, like, multiple times.
Ugh.
Which, to me, indicates some little bitch of a dude did it, so that points me to Robert.
Yeah.
Like cutting up her chest seems to be something like, I'm mad at women.
That's
I'm going to
so
cut up your chest.
stupid.
So, I mean, like, Robert, I'm looking at you, because you're a little bitch of a dude.
I'm not looking at you because I don't want to look at your face. I'm disgusted.
This was not what killed her, though. She did not die because it was just slashes.
Oh.
It had been -5 degrees below zero the previous night, so they found out that she had frozen to death while trying to escape or hiding from her assailant.
Oh my god.
Which fits his MO. Because, as we're going to find out later, let me just drop the bomb on you now.
Boom.
Robert Hansen liked to bring his victims, after torturing and raping them for whatever amount of time, he would put them on a little bush plane, fly them into the Alaskan wilderness, let them run in the middle of the night in the Alaskan wilderness after he had already weakened them, and then he would hunt them like fucking animals.
This is like the most dangerous
game. So this fits him out, his MO, that she had already been slashed up. She was
like tied
bound,
up.
and that she died from trying to hide from her assailant.
Jesus Christ.
So that he denies that one, but you know, he's a little fuck, so we don't believe him. The next kidnapping, which they did officially connect to him after this, was while police were asking local sex workers for any information about who could have kidnapped and murdered Celia. Mm-hmm. An informant named Robin Patterson told police that she had like a weird/bad experience with a short guy with acne scars on his face and a stutter. Now, not a lot of guys have that combination.
True.
She then said, for sure, she was kidnapped by Robert Hansen at gunpoint. When she was kidnapped, because she said she had gotten in his car, he immediately pulled the gun, drove her to a motel where he raped her. After this, he put her back in the car, drove her to the Alaskan wilderness, and told her he couldn't let her go.
What?
But Robin was smart, and she literally talked her way out of it.
Oh, how?
And one thing she said to him was she hated cops, and she was like, look what line of work I'm in. I hate cops. I am not going to talk to the cops.
Right.
Like, I won't. So Robert went through her purse, she said, found her parents' address, and wrote it down on a piece of paper.
Oh my God.
And then he told her he'd kill both of them and her if he found out that she went to the cops. He said to her he'd kill her like he killed all the girls before her.
Oh my.
And then when he dropped her off, he said that he wished they had met under better circumstances.
I'd be like, yeah, I wish that we hadn't met
Like,
at all.
what the fuck, dude? So apparently, I think what she had done is she humanized herself in some way to him. So he was like, bye. Like, that's no fun anymore.
Wow.
So cops brought him in after this, finally. And they had a handwriting sample from when he signed them into the motel where he raped her.
Uh-huh.
He used a different name, like an alias, but it was handwriting that they could compare to his.
Right.
So when they got him in the interview room, they asked him to empty out his wallet for a sample to compare to. Well, what fell out was a scrap of paper
That he
with
wrote.
Robin's father's name and address on it.
Oh my God.
Literally confirming what she had told them. Like, boom, right there.
How did he get out of this?
One cop suddenly became worried that they needed a search warrant to look in his wallet. This one cop was like, it might not be admissible because we didn't get a search warrant. Which I think literally this was their way of just getting him out of this.
What the hell?
So they let him go.
They're like, he makes really good cheese dishes.
Literally, I think they're like, he's a good baker. But also, he had a ton of friends, like respectable friends around town, like business owners, who would come in and vouch for him. Some of them, and like his wife's friends would come in and vouch for him. And then some of them even would give him fake alibis. Like, they'd be like, oh, I was with him.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
later
matter
it
of
was-
life and death.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And later it was found that they were like, yeah, we did not.
That's so
like,
messed up.
And it's because they really believed. It's almost like the Ted Bundy thing. You see some of those people on the Ted Bundy tapes that are like, no, I literally believe there was no way that he did this
Like
stuff.
Anne Rule.
Yeah. And it's like, so these people were like, no, there's no way he did that, so I'm not worried about it.
That's wild.
Yeah. In 1972, Hansen was convicted of assault, and he was placed on a work release program after serving only 6 months in prison. In 1973, a school teacher who was living in the lower 48, who was in Alaska because her side hustle was an exotic dancer. Which,
Okay.
like, good for you, man.
Everybody needs a side hustle.
And you know what? Make that money, because you're not making it as a teacher.
Sure
so
not.
You might as well. So he apparently assaulted her, and she reported it, but he got off because the Alaska DA wouldn't let the woman testify through a mediator. Because she didn't want to testify herself because she was worried she was going to lose her job if people found out that she was an exotic, which she would because everything sucks.
I feel like I'm starting to remember this case because
Yeah.
I remember that story.
Like, she wanted to do it through a mediator so that she could get the story out and testify, but not have to
show her face.
admit
and-
that she was doing this on the side.
Right.
So the DA was like, no, you either do it or that's it. And she was like, well, I'm not
My
doing
job
it.
is more important.
So he got off once again.
Wow.
In 1976, he pleaded guilty to larceny after he was caught stealing a chainsaw from an Anchorage department store.
Awesome.
He was sentenced to 5 years in prison and was also required to receive like psychiatric treatment because he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
What's up with like criminals stealing super incriminating shit?
Well, and you know what he said the chainsaw was for? He said he stole it to give to his father for Christmas.
But like, why couldn't you just pay for it?
Like, why?
You have money.
Well, that's the thing. So he was sentenced to 5 years, but the Alaska Supreme Court reduced his sentence to 16 months. 16. That's barely over a year.
What the hell?
And he was released with time served.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Now, during his confession to this stealing the chainsaw, he basically said that he had a thing about taking things and he just liked to see if he could get away with it. So he
Yeah.
was basically saying, like, I like the thrill of doing something that's bad. And he basically said that he, like, ejaculated his pants when he was able to steal something and get away with it.
Bye, I just threw up all over the place and it's time for me to leave now.
And then,
Ew. What the fuck? Even if that did happen, dude, don't fucking
Right?
admit to that shit.
right?
There are some things that are better left unsaid.
Oy.
And that is the first one of all.
So the first victim that Robert Hansen admitted to murdering was in the summer of 1979. She is currently unidentified still.
Oh, that's sad.
But she is known as Aclutna Annie.
Oh.
Robert admitted that he drove this woman out to Aclutna Lake, which is somewhere northeast of Anchorage. His truck got stuck in the snow, and he told her that he was going to get it unstuck and just bring her home. She didn't believe him because he'd already been a big weirdo creep to her.
Oh, no.
And she got out and ran away into the night. He chased her. He grabbed her hair. She pulled a knife out of her purse like a fucking badass tried fighting him. But he got the knife away from her, knocked her down, and he stabbed her to death. He admitted to this. Yeah, he admitted to this one. A couple months later, he tried this whole thing again. He tried it in his camper this time, not his truck. But the woman did get away. Police didn't believe this woman, even though she showed up at a house nearby naked with her hands and feet all cut up from being tied up with guitar strings.
Oh, ow. Yeah. That hurts.
I know, doesn't that make... I'm like...
Yeah, guitar strings are like so...
In the scenario, so she shows up naked with guitar strings tied to her arms and like cut up. And these women are not saying like, oh, it's some guy, blah, blah, blah. They're like, it is Robert Hansen. This is who it is. Like, I can tell you who it is. Every single time the cops are like, it's really just your word against his, and we're taking his word.
I'd be like, I'm moving away
like,
from Alaska.
How are all these women just like, are they all just conspiring against the local baker? Like, that doesn't make any sense that they would only take his word.
Did the police get into any trouble after this?
I don't think so. I don't think a lot happened here.
That's so fucked up.
But in that scenario, they took Robert's word again. That she's crazy. I don't know what she's talking about.
I can't even imagine how frustrating that would be.
Oh my God, seriously.
And terrifying.
Yeah, it's like, because you're literally, she's walking out of there being like, nothing was done about that. Like, I just ran away naked, bound with guitar strings, and nothing's being done about it. I know who did it.
Yeah, you would literally have to move away, because what else are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, that's bonkers.
How do you sleep again?
So, so 6 months later, Roxanne Eastland became his second victim, murder victim. Not victim, murder victim. She was found by Hansen actually leading police to her body when he was caught later. I don't know a lot about that murder. There's not a lot about each of the murders. There's really only a lot about some of them. She was found in the Alaskan wilderness in the same area, bound, all that terrible stuff. Hansen, again, led police to her body later.
What a guy.
The third murder victim, was Joanna Messina. She had met Hansen on the docks somewhere, and they met and then immediately went to dinner together. Like, she agreed to go to dinner with him. She kept telling him during the dinner date that she was looking to make money. She was looking to get some work. Like, she was a sex worker.
Oh.
And she was basically trying to give hints for a while that she just wasn't really interested in just a date. She was like, I need to get paid here. Mm-hmm. So finally she was like, dude, I will have sex with you for money. Let me just lay it out for you. I need some money. Like, you're not getting it. And he said until this point, he wasn't going to kill her. But when that happened, she was no longer, quote, a decent girl. So she was killed on the Kenai Peninsula just because of that.
Because you don't get to decide that, though.
Oh, he's God, man.
What is wrong with people? You don't get to decide who stays and who goes.
These dudes all think they're God. And she was killed because of that, because she was like,
I need money.
Listen, I'm going to just give me money and I'll sleep with you.
Can you imagine how desperate you'd have to be to do that?
Yeah.
That's so awful. And then
this is how
and
it
that's
ends.
your biggest fear too, yeah. I'm sure, as a sex worker.
Every single time you have to just take your life in your hands and hope that this isn't the time. It's it's awful.
Ugh, stresses me out.
Now, when investigators found her body, it turned out that a black bear had already begun to eat her.
Oh God, that's the other thing in Alaska.
Oh yeah, that's I'm surprised this didn't happen in more of these cases actually. But this bear actually came back when the investigators were there and aggressively chased them off so he could finish eating her
territory. Oh my God.
And black bears are endangered, so they couldn't do anything about it.
Oh shit.
And it's what a sad statement that they're not helping these women at all.
But they're helping the black
which
bears.
I'm I don't want them to shoot the black bear either.
No, I
because
don't.
He's just doing it. He's just living his life. But it's but look at how like, where are your morals? Where are your principles standing? That
Right.
you're like, well, this is an endangered species, but
Like,
actual
women
humans,
are going to be soon, too.
Actual humans, we don't
Alaska.
care. So,
Well,
yeah.
you know what's scary? How many people did that happen to, and then they didn't even find the remains?
Exactly. Like, it was just gone.
That's so
like,
scary.
never to be found again. And there are a few women that they haven't found the bodies yet.
I'm sure.
So. Now, 3 months after Joanna Messina was the next victim, Lisa Futrell. I don't know a lot about this murder either. If I can find more about it, I'll talk about it next week. But basically, it was a whole year between Lisa Futrell and the next victim, which is where we are going to take our break.
That's interesting that he waited a whole year.
Exactly, which I think it's because he was starting, I don't want to say he's starting slow because these are all horrific, but he hasn't quite got his MO down yet by this point. And I think he's just slowly in the escalating phase. And then he's going to go through that, like, bonkers phase where he just, like...
Goes cray-cray.
Because what he ends up doing is he ends up killing a woman, like, every 6 months or so.
Jesus.
At least, in the end. And we're going to get into all of that and the rest of his victims and how he was caught how he was caught is a very...
satisfying.
it's a very dramatic story. So
Is it satisfying?
well, if anybody has seen the movie about this case, because there is one movie about this case called The Frozen Ground. It's got, like, John Cusack playing him, which he looks just like him. Vanessa Hudgens plays a very important character, which we'll discuss next week. But it also has Nicolas Cage playing, like, the investigator. So Frozen Ground is pretty, it's all right. It's, like, fine. It's, you know, John Cusack looks just like Robert Hansen, so he does a really good job with it.
Yikesies.
So yeah, if anybody's seen that movie, then you know how he got caught. But don't spoil it for everybody else. So we'll discuss that next week, and we'll shout out our Patreons on the mini-sode this week. Again, just so you know, you're not being forgotten, you wonderful, wonderful people.
And in the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at
Morbid Podcast.
send us a Gmail.
Morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
Tweet us.
A Morbid Podcast.
Join our Facebook page.
Morbid, a true crime podcast, and the group.
If you are feeling so inclined, you could donate to our Patreon at
Patreon.com/morbidpodcast.
And while you're at it, why don't you head on over to our website created by my lovely co-host Alaina at
morbidpodcast.com.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
Keep it weird. But not so weird that you develop a stutter and start to murder girls just because you feel like you can and move to Alaska and then, like, make people naked with guitar strings and run away. Bye.
I love those. Bye.